All right, what's good, guys? Gonna do a quick trade recap. We ended down probably not even a little bit. We actually had a pretty I'm down about $400 on the 50K account. So not really the best way to start the week, but followed all my rules, man. I don't know, dude. I don't fucking know. We had a little bit over a break-even week last week, starting this week off not on the best note, but we're just gonna finish it out strong. And I am in need of some great setups and some more clean price action. But today we took one dub and two L's. Let's just go over it real quick. I made a TikTok about it, bro. I really just feel like there's a group of people out there who have been saying, "Oh, price action is bad" for the last fucking God knows how long. Months and months and months people have been complaining that price action is bad. And I'm really not one to blame my trading on price action just because I don't like to do that. I don't like to say, like, when I lose like this, I blame it on myself. I blame it on my strat not working good enough when I blame it on myself. I don't like to blame it on PA. But with that being said, it wasn't the best today, right? We had a couple really good days of PA last week. Yeah, there's the thing. If I think it was decent, I'll give it a 5 out of 10. I don't fucking know, dude. Whatever. Enough yapping, let's get into it. Coming into market open 3 minute, we are obviously bearish. First setup came right here, so we were obviously bearish. We got our pullback candle right here. We wanted to see one of the next two candles at least wick below there. This one does, even though it has a bottom wick. We're going to take our entry at the close of it since it's above this where I initially wanted to fill. Stop loss right there, 47-point stop loss, so we were just barely half sized on this one. Ended up hitting first take profit right there. Then we got stopped out at break even right there. Unfortunate, man, this thing looked so good to continue down to full TP, and that would have been such a nice dub. The thing is, man, with this strat, you're really relying on full take profit to hit, to really make shit happen. Just hitting TP1 usually, especially on a trade like this where I'm just barely half size, it's not really significant enough. On like a max trade, on like a 70-point SL or like a 35-point SL, and just hitting TP1 it's significant, but on something like this, it's just really not so. Thing is, like, we haven't been seeing that many trades hit full TP. Even last week, we took a handful of dubs, but not as many hitting full TP as I would have liked. But anyway, we're just gonna follow the setup, man. Like I said, I'm not tripping over it. I'm not changing the way that I trade. It works according to my testing. We ended green last week. Not by much, but we did end green. And I know a lot of people had a shitty week last week too, so I'm going to take that in consideration, but whatever. Still bearish probably until we get above this high. All right, now I flip bullish right there. Now looking for some longs. See if we can get a setup on this candle right here. We do. Now, same thing, even though we had this top wick, pretty much the same scenario as right here. We got our pullback candle right here. I wanted to see one of the next two candles wick above right there. We also broke this high. If we check out on the 1 minute, look how clean it looks. We just started to trend cleanly up as well. So I went ahead and took an entry right there. Stop loss at the low. And that was about a 50-point SL. So we were half size on this trade as well. Popped all the way up to here, man. On a 50-point TP trade, we were 10 points away from TP. And we just fell off, ended up getting stopped right there. That one hurt, man. I'm not going to fucking lie. That one right there hurt. I was so confident, especially after this candle. I looked at the 5 minute, man. Look how good we looked at the 5 minute. This close right here. Everything just looked, even the 15 minute right here. It looked so good. Sure, the higher time frame trend was obviously bearish, but I don't trade on the higher time frames. I trade on the fucking 3 minute time frame. That was an absolutely amazing setup. That one really hurt to see, I'm not gonna lie. Right here I flipped bearish as it looked like we broke structure back, kind of to that downside. Now looking for shorts. Right here I was still bearish bias because I wanted us to see us at least wick over this high in order to flip my bias back to bullish, right? So I pretty much was just considering this zone, and I kind of wanted to see us, at least just show some strength above it. What happened is we came right into it, which at this point was, right around our high of day. So we kind of have high of day around here. We already tapped into it once, rejected off. We come into it again, rejected right off. I'm also still bearish until we get above at least this. So I'm looking for a short setup. Short setup comes right here. We have a pullback candle here. Once again, we want one of the next two candles to at least wick above there. Now this closed slightly under, so I set a limit order for right there. Stop loss right there. And let's see if we get filled on the next candle. Spoiler alert, we do. We get filled and we actually just instantly get stopped out. This, again, A+ setup, bro. Really A+ setup. Was very confident in taking this, right? Just added confluence if we're just going off of like pure price action, what I know, market experience, what I've learned from 2.5 years of day trading. We rejected off of this area once. We tapped back into it pretty much again. Rejected off of it strongly again. You know, a little bit of retest, 3-minute price action is showing me that we're pretty bearish. Yes, we had this big pop up, but then we start to immediately just reject off it again, as we did right here. Get my setup. We failed to crack this high. We failed to even wick above this high. Failed to even wick above it. So I was still bearish. Perfect setup right there. You know, 5-minute candle. The previous 2 5-minute candles before I entered were pretty bearish. And yeah, man, honestly, great setup. Really, I just got nothing to say. I mean, I'm really not upset at these trades. Like, yeah, I'm not going to lie. It hurts that these got stopped. Not going to lie about that because I was very confident in these. But it's all part of the game, man. It's inevitable. It is, you know, no one has a 100% win rate. It is a little just annoying to see we're not having as much success as we initially thought we would going into this thing. I can't even really say that because I've only been really live trading this strat for fucking last week was my first week really live trading it. We ended slightly up on the week, and then today was just an unfortunate red day, man. So moving forward, hopefully we can just be, you know, not as choppy as this. Once again, like I said, I really don't like to blame anything but myself when I perform poorly in the markets, because just putting the blame on other things I feel like it's a thing for me where, you know, I always want to take accountability in something like this, or really just any aspect of my life. If I'm getting shafted, I'm always going to look at what I can do, right? I can complain about the fucking price action and shit all I want, but it's not going to change anything. So what use is it? I would rather take accountability and be like, okay, maybe there's something that I can do to tweak it and be better. Now, I'm not going to do that as of right now. I'm not going to change anything, but we'll see how the rest of the week goes. Still very confident in having a great week. Still been trading very good, just following my rules, following setup, everything like that. Let's go ahead and see if there was any other setups actually throughout the day. So after 2 losses, I'm done. So we got stopped out right here. Then I probably would have waited till we probably wouldn't have taken shorts on this just because yeah, probably wouldn't have taken shorts on this just because I still would have waited for us to... Actually, I honestly might have taken shorts on that, to be honest. What I might start doing, actually, now that I'm thinking about it, is if we're even having these bottom wicks, might not take it. I don't know. Maybe I don't think I would have taken that, but even rejecting off of that again. Yeah, man. Not stressed about it too much. Quick little trade recap, none crazy. Make sure to like this video and subscribe if you're not already. Super quick one. And make sure to follow me on TikTok, everything like that in the description. Yeah, I'll see you guys tomorrow later.